So I legit just saw this post on Facebook. I figured I'd chime in, repost it, and chime in. They said if they remake Halloween, who would make a great Laurie Strode? Now, obviously, this picture's AI. Let me just say the Michael Myers mask looks fucking sick. Who we got here? In the back, that looks like Zendaya. That looks like Beneath Her. Looks like the chick from Sinners. That looks like Sadie Sink. Is it Sinky or Sink? I don't know. That looks like Millie Bobby Brown. I don't know who the fuck that is. Is that Selena Gomez? All the way to the right? I don't know. Um, that's a good question, man. But I think I got an even better answer. And to keep it simple and plain, nobody. I don't want to see anybody play Laurie Strode next. If you remake Halloween, center it on some motherfucking characters that we never seen before. I don't want to see Laurie Strode in another motherfucking Halloween movie, man. I know I said this about Sidney Prescott with the Scream movies. I know I said this about Tobin Bell with the Saw movies, but I mean it with Laurie Strode. The thing with the Saw movies and the Scream shit that I could tolerate is the fact that they never had to go back to the drawing board and do another timeline. They didn't have to. Oh, we're only counting part one and two. Three is a whole nother exception, but it's like 4, 5, and 6 don't exist. This is a sequel to Halloween 2. Fuck those other movies. Fuck a whole trilogy that, while they may vary in quality to a lot of the fan base, there is a fan base for all of those films. Um, that's the difference with something like Scream bringing back Nev Campbell and Saw bringing back Tobin Bell. But as far as this Laurie Strode shit, man, I said this shit again in a it was a post on Facebook amongst the horror community, and they were like, "Would you want to see Laurie Strode in one more go round?" I said, "Fuck no, man, enough already, enough, man, enough. Like, please, man, can we move on?" And what I told somebody verbatim, the studio has to find their balls again and understand that, yo, maybe there's a chance, a damn good chance, that we can have a solid Halloween entry without Jamie Lee Curtis. It seems like every fucking franchise keeps forgetting that shit. It's like, yo, Alien is doing phenomenally. Did I say that right? I feel like I did. But it's doing a phenomenal job at existing without Ellen Ripley. As much as I wanted to see Neil Blomkamp's movie, that ship has sailed, man. I don't think he wants anything to do with that shit. Now Sigourney Weaver, she keeps hitting at these Q&A conventions and shit like that. She's just like, we've had conversations and like, oh, that's cool, man. The Heather Lane camp is entertaining the idea coming back for fucking Freddy Krueger. Like, come on, man. Like, studios, y'all have to stop. Y'all have to stop this nonsense, man. Y'all have to get off of the fucking tit. Y'all have to stop using these legacy characters as your crutch, as your security blankets, your safety nets, man. It's enough already. We seen Laurie Strode in the first movie, and don't get me wrong, man. I'm gonna keep it a beam with y'all like I always do. Laurie Strode is my favorite final girl of all time, man. I know people love Sidney Campbell. Everybody loves Kirsty Cotton. Everybody loves Julie James and Ellen Ripley, and everybody even loves Sharni Vincent from Your Next. But as far as a final girl that was just a girl, literally a girl in this small town who became so resourceful because she was just terrified for her fucking life and had to protect 2 kids in the midst of that. Laurie Strode, hands down, my favorite final girl of all time. And then Halloween 2, and then Halloween H2O, and then Resurrection did her dirty. Then they brought her back in 2018, and then she was barely in Halloween Kills. Well, she was in it, but she didn't get to confront Michael Myers. And then Halloween Ends had it was a cool fight sequence in the third act, but I feel like the overall of what was advertised for the movie, it was pretty lackluster, and everybody was disappointed. Halloween Ends grew on me. Don't get me wrong, but I don't want to see Laurie Strode. I don't want to see her rebooted. I don't want to see her rebooted. You could have one of my favorite actresses of all time play the new Laurie Strode, and I would be so turned off by the movie itself, man. If you rebooted Halloween 1978, right? You just got to pick it up from, or you got to do something along the lines of how they did the flashback sequence in Halloween Kills. Have it set at, and what the Halloween Return script opened up with. Have it set right after Michael Myers gets shot off that balcony and Michael just continues on his killing spree. Yeah, we saw that movie before. It's called Halloween 2. I know that. But if you want to reboot it, and set it in the same night, or then just have it take place like a couple years later, change the story, I don't know. But the Laurie Strode shit, I don't want to see it, man. I'm cool if y'all bring Dr. Loomis back in the mix. You know, the studios is scared to fucking give Danielle Harris and Ellie Cornell a proper sequel. And it's crazy, man, because so many people be saying they're not headliners. They're not gonna put asses in seats like Jamie Lee Curtis would, which is really fucked up, because I feel like if we're fans of Danielle Harris and Ellie Cornell and fans of the films that they were in, as fans we should show up for it. You know, it's really fucked up to think, oh, they're not gonna put asses in the seats because they're not headliners. And I feel like that's how a lot of producers think. Like, when's Danielle Harris headlined a mainstream film that grossed $1 billion or whatever? And it's like, she doesn't really have to. I feel like the fan base for Halloween is big enough to where people are gonna be like, holy shit, like we're getting a film with Jamie Lloyd and Rachel Carruthers back again, a proper Halloween 5 that takes place in modern day. That shit would be lit. I'm telling y'all. But even if they fucking brought Paul Rudd back and Marion Hagen and, you know, Danny and Steven from Halloween 6, man, you could even fucking pick up after Halloween Resurrection, as bad as that movie is. It is so open-ended. But the Laurie Strode shit, we've got to stop the madness, yo. It's enough already, man. If we do another fucking Halloween movie and they even if they've reintroduced the character of Laurie Strode and she's been recast, I don't give a fuck who it is. I am, and you know, I know my little opinion don't mean nothing to the mega corporations and studios like that, but I'm gonna be looking at y'all sideways like y'all really bitching up and don't know what the fuck to do, huh? Like, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. And I really hope they don't do this. I really hope nobody sees all of these posts and is like, you know what, let's go back to the drawing board of what everyone loves, and we're going back to the roots of the original film. It's like, shut the fuck up, man. Give me a sequel to Halloween 2 or something. And it could be done. I don't know, Michael's body disappeared, and you know, when they was putting out the fire and all that, his body disappeared. I don't know. Give me a sequel to Halloween 4 that takes place modern day. Halloween 5, you could do a sequel to that too, but the fact that Ellie Cornell wouldn't be there, man, that would just break my heart. Do a sequel to Halloween 6, depending on who the writer is. I don't know. Like, it's so many different. You know, as David Gordon Green said when when he was trying to back out of doing the Exorcist sequels, he was like, yeah, I created a bunch of different avenues so somebody else can pick it up. No Laurie Strode, man.